D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So today I just got done watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so hopefully it's like fresh in my mind and everything. But I have to say I liked this episode. It's episode 3. We're halfway through this season, which is so crazy to me, but I mean, like, that's how it is. I liked this episode. We got to see the return of Baron Zemo, which was very, very cool. And I don't remember the name of the actor that plays him, but he was my favorite part of this episode. I loved him immensely. The actor that plays him, I do not remember his name, and I didn't write it down, and I don't have a screen up to see, but it doesn't matter. But he is so freaking good. I don't understand why he hasn't blown up more than he has, but he's very, very good. I enjoy him very much in this episode. So we're gonna break this episode down. I'm gonna tell you things I like, didn't like, talk about some Easter eggs that I noticed, all that good stuff. But before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithms, and small channels like myself usually get pushed to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we go ahead and get started on breaking down this episode? So the episode starts off with a commercial. And it starts off for the GRC, which is the Global Repatriation Council. And we heard about them the last episode. Just basically like all the people came back from the blip and they kind of redistributed stuff. Gosh, I can't think of the right word. And helped try to help people out, kind of thing. I feel like there's nefarious things going on with that. Anyways, so they show up, and the new Captain America, which is a U.S. agent in the comic books, they show up to this computer place that Kari and her friends were at the last episode. And remember, he set it up all night, or maybe it was the first episode. No, it was the last episode. They set it up all nice and everything for him. And he's like, my wife made it comfortable for you and everything. And so they're like, where is Kari, whatever her last name is? And he's all like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's all like, and then the new Captain America is all like, do you know who I am? He's like, yes, I do. And I don't care. And he like punches him and he spits in his face and all that stuff. By the way, spitting on people is gross. If you spit on someone, I don't care what it's for. You're just a gross human being. That's so sick. It's so gross. You're just a nasty person. So then he's all upset. And he's all like, we need to, figure out what's going on, kind of thing. And then they go over to Winter Soldier and Sam. They're at the prison that Zemo is being held at. And Winter Soldier's like, I'm going to go in. He doesn't like Avengers, and me and him have history. And he's like, hey, is he going to hypnotize you? And he's like, the words don't work anymore. So then he goes in and he does say the words. He's like, 17, fire truck, Albuquerque, and everything. And he's like, just wanted to see if the old words work. I don't know why I'm doing this weird accent and everything. So then, they're chit-chatting and everything. And, this part, I was like, oh, whatever, and everything. And while he's in there, he's like, what book are you reading, kind of thing. So then they go over to, because he's like, I have a place or something like that. So they go over and they find this garage, and Sam's all like, what are we doing here, kind of thing. And he's all like, I like how he's all like, just share with me a hypothetical. And Sam's all like, oh, what'd you do, kind of thing. So he's like, let's just say that, you're in the prison, and there's for every 9 prisoners, there's 1 guard and everything. And two inmates start fighting. He's like, why would they start fighting? He's like, I don't know, and everything. And then one of them got a note, and he's like, kill him before he kills you tonight. And so then those 2 prisoners start fighting, and they set off the alarm. And Baron Zemo, he gets a guard, knocks him out, and then takes his outfit. And then he uses his key card to escape because they set off the fire alarm, and there's all this panic going on. And so he's all like, what did you do? Where are we? And then Zemo shows up, and he's all like, no, you're going back to jail. And he's like, listen, this guy has contacts. He's the only way we're going to be able to find out who did this super soldier serum and where it's at, yada, yada, yada. So he's like, we need him. And he's like, fine. He's like, but you don't do anything without asking us first and everything. He's like, that is fine and everything. I'm going to do that accent from now on for the rest of this review and breakdown. What are you doing today? Even though he doesn't sound like that at all. Anyway, so they go into this garage with all these old, nice cars. And he's all like, he's like, what are we gonna do? Like rebuild cars or something like that. I can't remember. And he's all like, these I was rich. This is my family's collection before I became an inmate and everything. And you see the Baron Zemo mask right here, which was very cool. I wonder if they'll explain that mask because obviously they would need an explanation of why he wears a mask and everything. But he grabs that. And then they go to the airport and he's all like, you're rich. And he's like, you forgot I was a baron before you destroyed my country. And then he's talking about Sokovia because he lived in Sokovia and everything. So then they're on the plane and the old man that's their butler, which I'm the whole time he's all like shaking and everything. And I'm all like, how is this guy still working, let alone working for you and everything? And he's like, if it doesn't pass the smell test, give it to them as far as the food goes. And he's like, oh, I missed you and everything. So then they're sitting there and he finds Bucky's list and he reads off that Asian man's name from the last episode that he had killed, or the first episode. Yeah, the first episode that he had killed, and then he hangs out with his father and everything. So then he's all like, that's your list, yada yada yada, and he's like, don't push it and everything. And so he tells him that they need to go to Madripoor, which we'll talk about in just one second. This part I can't. Oh, well, hold on. So he's like, I have a contact. I can't remember her name in Madripoor, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. So the next thing we go to is Kari, and she is at a like a refugee site. I'm saying that because I don't remember what it's called and I didn't get the thing of it, but it's where people that are misplaced from the blip, that this is where they go. They go to places like this, and they're obviously overrun and not funded like they're supposed to be, and they're not getting supplies that they need and everything. She's playing soccer, and then they're like, hey, it's time, you'd want to be with her during her last moments. And she stops herself and takes a breath, because obviously somebody's going to die, and it's this woman right here. And I can't remember her name, but she does end up dying, sad. And this is obviously somebody that meant something to her. I don't know if it's mother, sister, lover, anything like that. I don't know. So then we go to Madripoor, and he's I remember what they said on the plane. He's like, we need to have our own cover. We can't just be who we are, kind of thing. He's like, you need to go as Winter Soldier, and then you need to go as somebody else and everything. And they end up making him the Smiling Lion, which we'll show a picture of him. It's just Anthony Mackie in a different suit. So then they're talking. He's like, we cannot be ourselves. You can't be yourself. You've got to be, ruthless, kind of thing. Because Madripoor is a city in the comic books. Wolverine hangs out there a lot, but it's basically just a city of like smugglers and like think Escape from LA, but not in the apocalyptic future. So then that's the Smiling Lion, and that's just Anthony Mackie in a different suit and a beard. Like, yeah. So, which is very funny. I like that a lot. So anyway, so then they get picked up and they go in here and they're getting escorted by these motorcycles, which are very Mad Max Fury Road and everything. And they've got guns and they go into the city. Oh, sorry, it's so early here. And they go to this bar. And this bar is owned by whatever her name was. I don't remember. Salve or something like that. And you see Agent Carter here. We'll talk about her in a minute. Agent 13. Because she lives in Madripoor. And then, so they're sitting there, and he's like smiling a lion, and he cuts open a snake and he throws a piece of the liver of the snake into a drink. He's like, your favorite and everything. And he's all like, so this guy's got a great look right here, this bartender. He's got a great look. He's like, your favorite, cheers and everything. So then this guy's all like, you're not welcome here. And he's all like, I want to talk to Salve. I'm just going to call her that because I don't remember her name. And he's like, I brought the Winter Soldier with me and everything. And so they drink. This guy comes up and he's like, Winter Soldier, take care of him and everything. And he gets into a huge fight and everything, knocks everybody out. And he's like, well done, Winter. So because he's trying to play up that he's got control of the Winter Soldier. And he's like, well done, Winter Soldier. So then they get taken up to Salve's little room. And she's all like, I should have you killed and everything. I think that's her accent. I think she was British or whatever. And he's all like, listen, you give me what I want, the context that I want, or the information about the super soldier serum, and I will give you the Winter Soldier. I'll give you the words to control him. She's like, oh, you did come to play and everything. I don't know if that's her accent. I can't remember if she was British or not. So then she's all sitting there talking. Sam gets a phone call from his sister. She's like, pick it up. She's like, pick it up and on speakerphone and everything. So he's like, she's like, I don't know about this situation. She's like, what situation? And she's all like, the situation. He's all like, what? You say it out loud. She's like, the boat. And he's all like, oh yeah, you know that boat. I'm gonna have that banker killed and everything. She's like, all right, check you later, Sam. And she's like, Sam, who's Sam? And she's like, kill them and everything. And then a thing comes through the there's a bullet comes through, kills Salve, whatever her name was. She's got a great look here. They picked a lot of really good people, like as far as their look goes. I'm not attracted to her though. So then she gets killed, and then a thing of Salve. Oh, I was right, kind of. I called her Salve. Anyways, Salve dead. 100K bounty for her killers. So then this lady, I like this lady. She was all like, she's obviously a red light district prostitute, it looks like. But she was all like bang, bang, bang kind of thing. I liked that and everything. And they're just running through the city. And then this sniper shows up and kills some people. He's like, you have a guardian angel. And it ends up being Sharon Carter. And she is Agent 13, and she's all like, I had to come here because even though, I stole the shield and your wings, the government, labeled me as a wanted criminal. I couldn't go back to America. My dad doesn't even know where I am. I haven't talked to my family, and she's all like, I live in Madripoor now. I sell art to wealthy people, and I had to make a way for myself. Let's get you dressed. So she gets dressed and she's like, please, you gave away that shield because you knew it was a crock of BS. She's like, the truth in the American way, all that stuff. So then, so they get dressed and everything. And she's like, I'm going to throw a party. I liked this party part only because like the guy that plays Baron Zemo, he was like, and everything. I thought that was pretty funny and everything. So then the next day, because she gets where the guy that made the super soldier serum is, and he's at the docks in a shipping container. She's like, I'll watch for you. Go and talk to this dude. So they go in there. It's empty, but they open up a secret door into the laboratory. And in there is this guy, and he is making the thing. He's like, get out of my lab. And they're like, we have questions. So they sit him down. They put a gun to his head. And then some people show up, and Agent Carter starts fighting. And we saw this in the trailer. She starts fighting them. And while they're fighting him, they're asking this guy questions. They're like, did you create the super soldier serum? He's like, yes, I did. He's like, and then he's like, I created it, but instead of getting big and bulky like Captain America did, it was subtle, so you didn't know who had the super soldier serum in them, which I thought was pretty cool. And he's like, I was just on the cusp of finishing it, and then the blip happened and I turned to ashes. So he was one of those people that went away with the blip, which is very cool. I like hearing about people that, their story about when they blipped and everything, like where they were. Where were you when the blip happened, kind of thing. So then they're talking to him, and he's like, I made 20 vials. He's like, after that I came back from the blip, I came here, and the power broker, which is the guy that runs Madripoor and, probably the GRC, he found out. And then Kari was a test subject, and she stole the 20 vials of super soldier serum. So now I'm wondering who else is going to get the super soldier serum, because there was 8 of them. One of them died. So now there's 7 super soldiers in her little group. So I'm curious as to if she got all the vials, or if, she had to sell off the vials, or what happened with those vials. So then she's kicking these guys' butts while also, handling herself, but she's getting a little, beat up herself. And she goes in there, and she's like, yo, we gotta go. And Zemo shoots this guy, the scientist. So no more super soldier serum, because that's his whole goal, to stop the super soldier serum thing. I mean, he's obviously going to betray them and double cross them and everything, and probably get away. So then this guy blows up shoots a rocket in the lab, and they all like, oh no, everything, and all the gas, the fire with the gas and everything, it blows up his little science place. And they're trying to get out of there, and they're shooting their man. Zemo puts on his mask and everything, and he's all, helping them out. And like I like how he grabs this bar, he beats up this dude, and he throws it he like javelins at this chick and hits her right in the shoulder. Very cool. So Zemo, he's got his mask on, he looks very cool here. And then he finds a car, and he picks the guys up, and Sharon's like, I can't come with you, I told you. And Mackie's all like, Sam's all like, I'm gonna clear your name if you help us. He said that before, so I'm telling you now. And she's all like, fine, deal, I'll help you if you end up clearing my name. It'll be interesting to see if they do that. They probably will, good guys and everything. So then she's all like, her little helper here is like, we got a problem. She's like, yeah, we got more than one problem. She's like, fill me in a little bit. It's probably the power brokers all super pissed off at her. So then we go to Kari here. I'm not sure where they're at. But they're at like what maybe they're in Latvia. Anyways, so then they're in front of a GRC like place that holds supplies and stuff. And she's there. She's talking to her guy. He's got a great look. They picked a lot of really good looking people for this show. They just like he looks great in this scene. She looks great here too. I like it when her hair is like all fluffy out and everything, but she looks really great here. She looks sad, but then when she smiles, she's got a great smile. Hold on, let's see if we can pull that smile up. She's got a great smile. He's got a great smile too. These two are really good looking people. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking about their looks. Who cares? So they're talking about, he's all like, we don't have to do this. You're not in the place to do this right now. You just had your whatever that girl was to her die. And she's like, no, these people need these supplies. And she's all like talking about how she wanted to be a teacher. And he's like, maybe after all this is done, you can be a teacher. And she gets this look on her like, yeah, maybe. But she's like, there's no going back now. There's no going back. Now, one thing I want to point out in this episode, look at this gate. It's got a red X with the blue on it. That's an X-Men symbol, okay, directly from the comic books. I know that the X-Men are the mutants are coming, but I'm pretty sure that that's just like a little Easter egg. It's not a reference to the X. Like it's a reference to the X-Men in the sense like, hey fans, check out this, but it's not. I don't think the X-Men are coming anytime soon. So then U.S. agent and his buddy are at the prison, and they're all like, so Bucky, Winter Soldier, and Falcon were here while he escaped. And they're like, yeah. And he's like, do you think they had anything to do with it? And he's like, yeah, I think they did. And he's all like, we can't prove it. We can't just go around saying this kind of stuff. And he's all like, well, we are going to follow them to figure out what they know. There's going to be a big fight with them. It's going to be good. Anyways, so they're back on the jet. And then he's all like, I have another place we can go. I can't remember what the name of the place is going, but he's like, I have a place we can go, kind of thing. So then then we go back to this GRC supply place, and they're all like, we hit the mother lode and everything. They have all this stuff, and the guard is all like, flag smasher scum. And she's all like, this was 6 months worth of supply that you were just sitting on in here when people desperately needed it. So then she shuts the door and all these guys drive away, and she's like, put your seatbelt on. And then she blows up this car and burns the building with those soldiers in it. And he's all like, there were still people in that building. She's all like, this is the way it is now. This is what people respond to. And I just want to say, this is when she lost me on her side. I am no longer on this group side. I hope they all die. Because she's now a terrorist. Before, they were just thieves. When people don't get hurt and you steal to, like a Robin Hood situation where you steal from the rich to feed to the poor, I'm on your side, okay? But now she's become a terrorist. You're killing people. No longer on your side. I hope Kari dies. Last episode. So then we go back to, I believe this is Latvia, and they're in this city and they're walking to where they need to go. And he spots something and he's all like, hey, you guys go ahead. I'm going to go for a walk. So then he goes and he picks up this little ball. And when he picked that up, I was like, oh, who is that? And everything. Cause it looked familiar, but then, he spots another one over here on this building because it makes like a little noise or whatnot. So he starts walking through this little city and he gets in this alleyway and he's like, you dropped something. He's all like, I was wondering how long it would take before you to show up. And he turns around and it's this girl. And she is from, she was in Civil War. And she was also in Black Panther, and she is from the Dora Milaje, and she looks great here. And she's all like, I'm here for Zemo. And he just she looks so good right there. That's a great look with the bald head, and like her outfit is just fantastic. That necklace is fantastic too. So as soon as it showed up, I was like, oh, the Dora Milaje, they are in Latvia. Where are they coming? It'll be great to see Okoye if she shows up. That'll be really cool to see how that all works out. So she's here for Zemo, and I would like to see some flashbacks with her and White Wolf. That's what he was called when he was in Wakanda. Maybe they had like a friendship kind of thing going on there. Maybe she helped train him a little bit because he did throw that thing very spear like. I don't know, who knows. And that's the weapon of the Dora Milaje, the spears. But I really did enjoy this episode. I thought it was really, really good. I thought that for the most part, I thought that it, conveyed, a lot of stuff. Like I liked Agent Carter's story about, she's like, they didn't help me out kind of thing. All that crap is BS. They don't care about who crumbles as long as the image is okay. Um, you know, and I liked how Bucky was all like, if you don't take back the shield, I'm going to take it. And Sam was all like, I'm going to destroy it. And I was like, no. And he's all like, you don't understand what that shield means to some people, like including me. And that talks about what's going on right now. People want to destroy the past. They want to tear it down so they can build something up better. And I'm all like, you're not going to build it up better because you don't even know what you stand for. So, I mean, Sam, like, what does Sam stand for? I can't tell. So if he doesn't even know what he stands for, how can you build something out of that? The show is good. I still like it. Like I'm entertained. Are you entertained? And I am entertained. But I'll do a season 1 review when this is all said and done to tell you what I think about the show overall. But yeah, no, I was entertained by this episode. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I can't wait to see the next. I can't wait to see the Dora Milaje. I love the Dora Milaje, especially Okoye. She's my favorite. She was my favorite in Black Panther. I love that character. So I hope to see her. So tell me, what did you guys think about this episode? Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Who was your favorite character? What was your favorite part? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. And I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next Falcon and Winter Soldier review. You guys have a good day. Bye.